It would never see the open road again, but that didn't mean that this little Porsche was done killing. So dramatic. Anyway, this is the legend of Little Bastard, Part 2. From the accident, Little Bastard went to go stay for a short time with the insurance company as they did their investigation. After the investigation, there was really nobody to give the car to, so it went to a salvage yard in Burbank. The car spent a short time at the salvage yard and was purchased by a Dr. William Aldrich. Now, Dr. Aldrich was a race car driver on the weekends. He had just gotten a new Lotus and needed an engine for it. Little Bastard's engine was perfect. So he went to work stripping the little car of almost anything that was salvageable. His Lotus 9 race car got the engine. You can actually see it right there, and I believe that is Dr. Aldrich. He didn't really need the suspension and transmission stuff, so that went to a friend of his, Dr. McHenry. Dr. Aldrich didn't even get through his first race before crashing and totaling the car. Dr. Aldrich suffered major injuries, but survived the crash. Dr. McHenry had just about the same thing happen. Dr. McHenry did not walk away. Aldrich also sold the back pair of wheels and tires to somebody that just needed them. Both tires blew out on those people and they crashed into a telephone pole. The passenger of that car did not walk away. The one thing that Dr. Aldrich didn't need was the chassis and the body. That went to George Barris. George Barris at the time was running a traveling highway safety show that he did in tandem with the California Highway Patrol. His team went to work with making the car so that it could at least be wheeled around the shop and onto a trailer. He pounded out a great deal of the damage down one side so that the car still looked like a car. And of course, Barris, being the showman he is, kind of fudged a few injuries and deaths to make the car look, well, more dangerous than it was. The only one that I've been able to find that was actually substantiated was that this car was generally put on a horizontal display, similar but more drastic to the one that you see here. The display actually shifted and the car slid off of the display, actually pinning a young kid and breaking his hip and leg. The car continued to travel with the show for a while, but eventually was actually stolen. Barris put out a close to $1 million reward to have the car returned. It never was. To this day, we still don't know what happened to Little Bastard. So recently, there's been actually an interesting development in the Little Bastard story. And that is that in 2001, a unique item just happened to show up on the auction block. That item was this rear end out of Little Bastard. They actually ran the serial numbers and confirmed that this rear end was the rear end out of the 1955 Porsche Spyder, likely removed from the car when Dr. Aldrich was stripping the car for parts, and possibly removed from the car that was in the fatal accident for Dr. McHenry. This rear end sold for close to $385,000 in 2021.